Okay, so what this is the Garfield one because I genuinely don't know how someone made Garfield a SCP. That's what's confusing me. So for anybody that's just now coming in, this is SCP-3166. You have no idea how long you are, Garfield. It's a Euclid class and a pataphysical SCP. This is by the Volgun, an amazing channel. So I say we get right on into this. Okay, I am very much enjoying the new graphics.
Good afternoon,
Oh,
everyone. My name is
he seems a little quiet. I'll turn him up a little bit.
Dr. Miller, and the SCP we're going to be looking at today is SCP 3166.
Is Dr. Miller? It's always Dr. Miller when it's a Volgun video.
Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. The Garfield media franchise is to remain active and successful for as long as feasibly possible. Funding is to be provided to any Garfield media ventures via Foundation front companies present in the comic and film industries. Agents embedded within Paws Incorporated, sole owner of the rights to Garfield, and Andrews McMeel Syndication, primary distributors of the Garfield comic strip, are to place targeted mimetic agents in outgoing comic strips, encouraging the retention of a sizable Garfield fanbase and discouraging Jim Davis from discontinuing Garfield.
Hold on. The containment process is about giving money to people that want to use Garfield's image and has a specific like mind altering hidden drug to keep people from going, "Hey, I am going to quit watching Garfield." Also, I just want to say that the Garfield here is currently on something. It can be drugs, because those eyes are saucers, man.
Agents are to monitor individuals at significant risk of attack from SCP-3166. In the event of an SCP-3166 manifestation, agents are to use supplied frozen lasagna to lure SCP-3166 away from its target and dispatch it once out of public view. Any witnesses are then to be administered amnestics as appropriate for their level of exposure.
Okay, so 3166 isn't a physical being, it's something that will manifest itself. And whenever it manifests itself, all you need is a lasagna to lure it out somewhere and then just oh yeller it. Okay, this is
Description:
weird.
SCP 3166 is a 2.1 meter tall humanoid entity, presumed pataphysical in nature, known to manifest during periods when the Garfield media franchise is performing poorly in terms of public reception. The exterior layer of SCP 3166's body resembles a crudely made costume of the character Garfield, which field inspection has shown to be composed of legitimate cat fur. However, analysis of SCP-3166's composition in the field has shown that its interior mass is composed entirely out of pasta, specifically lasagna.
What? Okay. I don't know how big 2.1 meters is. I'm American. If you can tell me that in feet, it would be a lot more helpful. I Okay, so whenever Garfield's franchise is doing really bad, that's when this thing will start forming itself. Uh, it's got actual cat fur, so already that would start killing my allergies anytime I was around it. And the inside of it is just pasta? No interior organs, just pasta. That is confusing to me.
Upon the criteria for its manifestation being met, SCP-3166 will appear in the vicinity of a suitable individual, hereafter referred to as the target, and move towards their location. Known targets of SCP-3166 have included individuals prominently involved in rival media to the Garfield franchise, individuals formerly involved in the production of the Garfield comic strip, individuals involved in parodies of the Garfield franchise, vocal critics of the Garfield franchise, and Garfield creator Jim Davis. This has only occurred.
He's going after his own creator. That is, he's like, I know who exactly to blame. I'm going to go end his life real quick.
On occasions where the negative reception Garfield was receiving could be traced back to Mr. Davis's management of the franchise. Upon reaching its target, SCP-3166 will attempt to inflict bodily harm upon them through a mixture of blunt force using nearby objects and force feeding of lasagna obtained through self-disembowelment.
I don't know if y'all understand how gross that is. He's cutting himself to take out the lasagna and then forcing it into their mouths. Ugh. I mean, it's just so nasty.
This process, SCP-3166 will vocalize by meowing, purring, and screeching in the manner of an extremely agitated cat. Lasagna outside SCP-3166's mass has proven to be an effective form of bait for the entity, as upon seeing it, SCP-3166 will abandon its original goal and instead attempt to incorporate the pasta into itself.
Oh, gross.
SCP-3166 first manifested on October 23, 1989, within the Chicago offices of United Media, who were the publishers of the Garfield comic strip at the time. Upon manifestation, SCP-3166 wandered around the offices in a confused and distressed manner before indiscriminately assaulting any individuals present after security attempted to apprehend it. It demanifested 20 minutes later. Foundation agents responding to the situation distributed amnestics as appropriate.
Okay, so it manifests itself right outside the office of where it was basically constantly being made. It's going around the offices very confused and kind of distressed a little bit. It gets asked to leave by security, and then it proceeds to go absolutely ape shit for a while, if I'm understanding this correctly. That is...
Over the course of the following week, similar manifestations took place at a number of United Media offices around the country, ending on October 29, 1989. Following that date, SCP-3166 altered its behavior to its current form. See the Week of Garfield comic strips beginning October 23, 1989 in Supplementary Document 3166-1 for additional context on Pataphysical Awakening. Initially, individuals involved with the production of Garfield comic strips claimed to have no memory on working on that week's strips. All researchers working on SCP-3166 containment are to familiarize themselves on this material.
If they don't remember making that strip, I wonder if they were being almost coerced into making that week's strip. And now it's got me wondering if they are able to change how Garfield is. If he is based off of a comic book strip, I wonder if somebody could change how this thing is, if that makes sense.
Addendum 3166 1. Using tissue samples taken by Agent Mueller during SCP-3166's most recent manifestation, genetic analysis of the meat present within the lasagna has shown it to be genetically identical to Garfield creator Jim Davis. The implications of this are currently unclear. However, during surveillance of Mr. Davis by containment teams, he has complained of severe mosquito bites in the night on a number of occasions, immediately preceding SCP-3166 manifestation.
So the meat within the lasagna is showing to be is exactly like his creator. I wonder if the mosquito bites are instead him drawing the blood out in order to change the meat to be genetically his creator. So it's a weird thing to think about. It's like trying to make impossible beef out of humans, if that makes sense. Like if you were in a factory that was trying to make meat, instead of making meat, it just instead was trying to do this off-brand, but change the molecule, like the atoms in it, in order for it to basically qualify as meat, if that makes sense. It just sounds so nasty.
Alright. I think that about does it for today. Thank you all for listening, if indeed you still are, and you are all dismissed. Goodbye.
There's gotta be more. This article is written by Tahoni and now associated tale A Rainy Monday.
You walk down the street on your way home after a long night. It's not yet fully raining, but there's still a slight drizzle about. You had the foresight to wear a waterproof jacket, but while it keeps you dry, it does nothing against the chill of the quiet night air. The office wasn't a pleasant place today. Apparently, the strip isn't doing so well, and the numbers are going down. That's bad news for you, as if layoffs become necessary, you'll be the first one on the chopping block. Being a new hire is rough. You can't say that the fading popularity surprises you. It's been the same stale strip for years now. But apparently some investors were really upset. Some suits were prowling around today, asking questions and taking names. You stop for a minute, pulling out your phone to confirm a sneaking suspicion. Yep, you're headed the wrong way. You shouldn't be anywhere near the park.
Oh, I see what's about to happen. This guy, he's a new hire for the organization doing the Garfield strips. He just said that it was doing poorly, so obviously the thing's going to manifest. However, since he's a new hire, he probably doesn't have any say so in it doing poorly. Instead, it's the suits. But the suits were doing a bunch of research and trying to get names, so they're probably going to end up putting this onto him. Does the monster's going to go after him?
It's easy to get lost in the rain. You sigh and turn around, resigning yourself to another miserable 10 minutes of slogging through the rain. There's a figure a ways ahead of you, standing under a streetlight. You stop again, mildly unsettled by this. You call out to them asking if they're okay, but no response comes. Instead, the figure begins to plod forwards, taking a step into the light. The baggy suit slumps and sags with each step, the matted orange fur too dirty to be slicked down by the rain. The lazy-eyed face is at an angle, crudely propped up upon the head, swaying as it advances. The tail drags in the puddles, only adding on to the stains already coating it, and the rain.
If you see a tail and something walking weird, you run. Please run. It is god awful if you're just standing there.
It hefts the old baseball bat it carries, picking up speed.
It has a
You
baseball
start
bat.
dead, beginning to run away as your fear catches in your throat, emerging as a strangled cry. You alternate between turning around and glancing back over your shoulder, desperate to escape but unwilling to let that thing out of your sight. It thumps the bat against the fence as it runs, a sickening thwack sounding with each blow. Too focused on the beast, you don't avoid the puddle and your foot slides out from under you, sending you crashing to the ground. As the world whirls around you, seeing nothing but darkness and rain, a low, agonized meow sounds from above you, immediately followed by a crushing blow to the hip. You
Ow.
scream out in pain, but as you gasp for a breath, a horrible, wet, tearing noise fills the air, accompanied by another guttural screech. Then, a dripping, slimy mass is slammed into your face, while
Ugh.
your monstrous assailant begins forcing fistfuls more down your throat.
Ugh.
Man, you hate Mondays.
I would puke on the
I would like
spot.
to give a special thank you to James Saba.
Uh, Volgun, you did amazing, but however, I want to puke now. Jesus Christ, my friend. That is just nasty. Genuinely, it is. Hey everyone, hopefully y'all enjoyed the video that just got finished. While I am having y'all here, this is actually our website. You can find us in the link in the description. We have games that I've played, reactions, the playlists are actually linked to those. I have the second channel, The Inhibited, linked. I have organizations I want to help, future merch. I also have a fan art section, which you're seeing right here. Right here is a playlist that YouTube thinks you'll enjoy. Right here you can subscribe using my face. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye!